Well, well, good morning and welcome to you. Welcome to you. Can you believe it's February? So this is Monday, the 1st of February, year one work, maths work for this, for today. So we are going to be carrying on and thinking again about equal groups and grouping. And we're going to be thinking about sharings and carrying on for some things that we were learning about last week. Okay, so let's have a quick revisit, let's count in 2s, 5s and 10s. So I'm sure you're joining in with me. Are we ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And again in 5s, are we ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Well done, I can hear you all. And now counting in 10s. I think we all like counting in 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Well done. And you can always pause the video there and have another little practice by yourself. Okay, so we're going to be thinking about equal groups and grouping again. So here are some socks, and we're going to draw some lines to match the pairs of socks. So this is like me sorting out my washing on a Sunday. There's a pair there. There's a pair. Oh, those two look like they match. Oh, those two do. Those two match, and then those two match. Okay, so there are how many socks altogether? So we're going to count how many socks, not the pairs, how many socks. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm wondering whether some of you might be able to remember your doubling. So what is double 6? So let's carry on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm sure some of you said that. Double 6 is 12. Fantastic. So there are how many socks in each pair? So when we talk about a pair, how many is in a pair? So there are 2 in a pair. And then there are how many pairs? So we've got 1 pair, 2, we've got 3, we've got 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we should have 6 pairs because we've got 6 single socks up here and they match with a pair with a sock down here. So there are 6 pairs of socks. Fantastic. Okay, so this is my turn. We're going to have a little look at this. It says, how many equal groups of 2 can you make with the mittens? So remember what equal meant. Equal meant the same. Okay, so we've got to have the same number in each group. So equal groups of 2. So I'm going to group them by drawing some circles around. So there's 2. So that's one group. We've got another group here. We've got another group here. And we've got another group here. So there are how many groups of 2 mittens? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 groups of 2 mittens. Okay, so this is your turn now. So you might want to pause the video here and fill in the blanks. There are how many equal groups of how many children? So how many groups are there and how many children are in each group? Okay, so hopefully you've said that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. And that there are how many children in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 in that group. 2, 3, 4, 5. They should all have 5 because they should be equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this group, this should also have 5. Correct. So there's 4 equal groups of 5 children. Well done. Okay, let's have a look at this question. So it says here, so we're thinking about grouping now. So it says there are 10 apples. Okay, how many equal groups of 5 apples can you make? Now, when you're doing this, so you're going to do some work on that, you might want to get yourself 10 objects, okay, because you might find it easier. I'm obviously going to show you grouping by drawing some circles around the pictures, but you might actually find it a lot easier if you actually get yourself 10 objects or the number that you need. So how many equal groups of 5 apples can you make? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's one group of 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another group of 5. So how many groups did we make? We made 1, 2 groups. We made 2 groups, and in each group there's 5 apples. Okay, I'm just going to rub those out, and I'm going to think about the next question. So this is where, as I say, you might find it easier actually physically moving some objects. So here it says, how many equal groups of 2 apples can you make? So I imagine I'm putting them into bags. There's 2 apples in that bag, 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 and 2 apples in that bag. So the bags, we're saying, are groups. So how many groups have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 groups. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to rub that all out. Okay, and don't worry if you're not understanding this. This will be something that we will come back over again at some point. Okay, and it says here, how many equal groups of 10 apples can you make? So if I needed to make, so I know there's 10 apples. This is my group of 10. How many groups have I made? I've made just one group of 10. Okay, let's have a look here. So this is your turn now. So this is where you might want to get yourself 8 objects of some kind, or you can pause the video here, or you could draw yourself some 8 things and try to do the circling that I'm going to show you in a minute. So you need to think to yourself, how many groups of 2 apples can you make? So you're going to group them into 2s. How many groups will you have? Then you're going to group the apples into 4s. How many groups will you have? Okay, pause the video here and have a go. So I'm going to show you. So how many groups of 2 apples? There's 2 apples together. That's another 2 apples together. Then I've got another 2. Oh, I didn't draw my circle very well. 2 apples there. And I've got another 2 apples. So how many groups have I made? 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. Okay. So this time I need to have 4 apples in my group. Okay. So this time I'm going to circle around 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4. This is another 4. So how many groups have I made? I have made 1, 2 groups. Well done. Okay. All right, let's have a listen to this one. It says that Tommy and Jack each have the same number of sweets. Tommy has 5 equal groups of 2, and Jack has just 1 equal group. How many sweets are in Jack's group? Okay, that might sound complicated, but I'm going to work out Tommy. So Tommy says he has 5 equal groups of 2. 5 equal groups of 2. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is Tommy's groups. I haven't put the sweets in them yet. And Jack has just 1 group. Okay. So he says he's got 5 equal groups of 2, so 2 sweets in each group. So we've got 2 in there, 1, 2. We have got 2 in here. We have got 2 in here. How many do I need to have in this one? Oh, I can hear you shouting, Mrs. Humphries, we need 2. And then how many sweets do I need in this one? 2. So I'm going to read that again just to make sure. So it says that Tommy has 5 equal groups of 2. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups, and he's got 2 sweets in each group. Now it says that Jack has 1 equal group. Now it says that Jack and Tommy have the same number. So I have to work out how many Jack has got. I need to count all of these sweets. So I need to go 1, 2. I'm going to count in 2s actually. I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So my phone decided to ring. So Tommy has 10. So it must mean that Jack has 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2, 3. So, but he's got his in just one big group instead of separating them out into separate groups. Okay. Okay, so let's have a little look at what your work is for today. So first of all, the silver is you need to work out how many groups there are and how many fish are in each group. You need to work out how many groups are there and how many flowers in each group. Then this one is asking you to read this, look at this picture and decide which one of these is right. Which one of these, A, B or C, matches that picture. And this one says, how many equal groups of 2 counters can you make? So if you group them into 2, how many groups will you have? Okay, the gold is taking 20 cubes and then, first of all, putting them into 2s. How many groups will you have? Then putting them into 5s, grouping them into 5. How many will you have? And then grouping them into 10s, how many groups will you have? And then here it says here that Dolly and Sam have the same number of apples. Dolly made 2 equal groups of 4, but Sam made 1 group. How many apples are in Sam's group? So very similar to what we've just done. See how you get on with that? I'm sure everybody can do the silver. Maybe have a go at some of the gold, and if you really want to challenge yourself, have a go at the platinum. As I say, you can pause the video here. I'm then going to move on and show you the answers. Okay, hope you got on okay with that. Brilliant, well done everyone.